Be ye all of one mind, having compassion one for another, love as brethren, be pitiful, be courteous. First Peter chapter 3 and verse 8. Believers are to be like-minded, sympathetic, tender-hearted, and uh, courteous, which means they are to be humble minded, not trying to lord over one another. This is to be the attitude and action of a believer among other believers. Verse 9, not rendering evil for evil or railing for railing, but contrariwise blessing, knowing that ye are thereunto called, that ye should inherit a blessing. First Peter chapter 3 and verse 9. This is turning the other cheek. In other words, believer says, if another believer says something evil about you, some something that is not true, you to strike back? No. Commit him in the Lord, and the Lord will take care of him. If you take this position, it will break down all the little cliques and stop all the fighting within the church. Remember that we are representing the Lord. You know, we had a situation in the church where one threatened the other one with an attack, seemingly. One woman, the other woman. Well, the other woman went around telling everybody what that she did. Now, it may be true, but it's still spreading gossip to do that. If she had went to the pastor, I believe, and alone and didn't jump his, I understand she jumped on him as well, pointed her little finger at him and gave him down the road as well. And so, you can't do that in a church. You know, you let the Lord handle it. He's going to handle it because the if the woman had done that, then she's doing something evil in the church. God's gonna handle her real quick. But by you handling it and going around gossiping, it kind of took God out of the picture. Now she's still there. Verse 10. For he that will love life and see good days, let him refrain his tongue from evil, and his lips that they speak no guile. First Peter chapter 3 and verse 10. All of us want to live, but unfortunately, there are a lot of believers today who are not enjoying life. They are not living life to its fullest, not getting all they should out of life. When I was a pastor in Nashville, Tennessee, again, that's McGee and not me. I went for a view of call in Knoxville, Tennessee one time, but not Nashville. Many years ago, a young medical student who was the president of the young people's group in the church and not much younger than I was, said one day, Vernon, I want life to be like an orange to me, an orange out of which I can squeeze every drop. I want to live for God, for he that will love life, for he that will love life. If you want to really live, here is a good formula, and here is the key to it. Peter says that we are to refrain from constantly speaking evil of others, and we are to refrain from speaking guile, from being deceptive and not telling the truth. Maybe playing the victim might fall in that category too. Verse 11, let him ensue evil and do good. Let him seek peace and ensue it. First Peter chapter 3 and verse 11. A child of God is not to sit back and act piously. Let's live it up, my friend, but let's not live it up by indulging in gossip and evil. Let's live it up by turning away from evil and pursuing that which ministers to peace. Let's live for today. How important is that? And that concludes that section. And now we're going to move on to the